What's going on, guys? My name is Voss, and if you're new to the channel, thank you so much for stopping by. I'm joined with my friend Phil again. You've seen him in quite a few videos now, whether it's the 911 review, the B7. He did a little bit of Tesla content with us.
That was fun.
Which I think you liked that thing,
yeah,
right?
That thing was sweet.
Yeah. So we're back in it. Well, Phil has picked up another vehicle. This is a C63 AMG. And he got the sedan, the 6.3, 6.2, 6.3. Yeah, you know. So we're gonna go out and review it today, and then after this video drops, we're gonna do a little head-to-head. I think V8 M3, V8 Merc, pretty good comparison. What do you say?
I think that'd be the perfect comparison.
Alrighty, guys, so we are in the 2010 C63 AMG, and this is Phil's newest addition to the fleet. This thing's pretty impressive. Back in 2010, when these came out, they were fast. Somewhere along the 0-60, and I think it was 3.7, something like that.
Yeah, they're trying to compete with the M5, and then that whole genre of cars trying to be supercar killers.
And for a 4,500-pound family sedan, 0-60 in high threes is very impressive.
Yeah, she gets on it pretty quick.
And we're looking at 6.2 liter, which, okay, what's with, I think I read this on Top Gear once or saw this on Top Gear, but what's with the 6.3 badges on the side, but the engine's actually a 6.2 liter?
It's a Mercedes heritage thing. They've done this since the 70s with some of their badging.
Oh, really?
It's just the way it goes with them.
Makes sense. We're looking at somewhere in the mid 400s for horse and torque. 440 torque, like 450 horse.
Yep.
7-speed. I don't think this is DCT. I believe it's just a single train.
It's just a single clutch. Yeah, you'll feel it, especially when you're shifting into second gear, and it really slams it home.
So, why this? You had the B7, which was the boat, daily driver. You got the 911. What was the, I guess, why'd you want one of these more than anything else?
I've wanted one of these, pretty much the same desire for wanting a 911. I've always wanted one, especially when this came out in 2010. And of course, seeing the Black Series on Top Gear, I was like, that is a really cool car. That would be like an ultimate family hot rod to have.
Yeah.
And, well, they've depreciated like most Mercedes, BMW products over the years, down like a rock, especially these, the 4-door versions.
You can get these under 20 grand now.
I got mine under 20 grand.
Yeah, there you go.
And
let that sink in. Sorry to cut you off, but under $20,000.
Under $20,000.
For 0 to 60 in 3.7 seconds.
Yep.
Which, that's nuts, but
with
go
4
ahead.
Doors.
Yeah, with 4 doors,
and
but
the
go
back
ahead.
seats fold down.
That's crazy.
But it was just right time, right place for a car that I've always wanted, and I just thought was really cool. And my favorite cars have always been from year 2000 to 2010. That's my favorite decade of cars. And Mercedes really nailed it with the kind of the boxy, edgy lines on the car. It just looks very muscular, very tough. And the stock sound note on this thing is just incredible.
I'll put an exhaust clip here, but yeah.
It's so loud.
Yeah, it is. And I mean, back in 2010, that's 2013, last of this edition before they kind of switched to turbo cars and whatnot. That's when people wanted giant displacement, naturally aspirated motors. And that's my big reasoning for the V8 M3. But no, this thing,
we share the same desire there. Yeah, I mean, get rid of the turbos. I already got a turbocharged car.
Yep.
V7 supercharged. I want that big, nasty, gas guzzling V8.
Which, speaking of gas guzzling, we're looking at 12 miles a gallon city, 19 miles a gallon highway if you drive it like a regular car. If
you have it in just the normal automatic position, not sport mode, yeah, you can probably achieve those numbers. Being spirited drivers that we are, I'm filling up every 3 days in this thing.
Oh my gosh.
Just with work commutes.
Jeez.
She loves the gas.
What do you think? 10 miles a gallon, is that what you're looking at right now?
I would say, yeah, that's probably safe to say.
Oh my God. And I'm assuming 93, so there you go.
Everybody knows me by my first name at the gas station now because I'm there so often.
Before we get it on the road, I got a couple questions. Since you've had this, a few weeks now, you've kind of getting accumulated with everything. It's got right about, you said 80,000 miles?
Yeah, around there.
Okay. How are the maintenance on these things?
So you got to it's a pretty simple car in the end of the day. You have a simple single clutch style transmission and a big V8. Just your basic preventive maintenance. And
what was, like, I guess the things people said, you know, before you purchased it, the things to look out for? What runs the price up on these cars?
Well, that's the problem with this, is like the problems that some of these cars do show, was a lot of it was with the camshafts.
Okay.
And that's obviously something I can't really check. I could have done an oil test, I guess, but I figured what the hell, and I'll just go with it and kind of go from there. I did take it and have a full PPI and shakedown over at the toy barn, and they said it's in tip-top shape, not a sign of leak.
Okay, that's good.
Everything's where it needs to be. I flushed the tranny, we changed the engine oil, we flushed the brakes, basically just put all new fluids in it.
Okay.
And even before that, it was just running great when I picked it up from the dealer.
You know, one of the things people sometimes I guess I even sometimes don't think about, when you're buying a super sedan, super performance vehicle, right, which at one point was $60,000 to $80,000, even more, and depreciation has obviously brought them down under 20. The maintenance doesn't drop down with depreciation. The maintenance stays at that price point, you know?
Yeah, and this is another reason I was glad I went with the C-Class instead of that SL65 I wanted to buy.
Yeah.
Was when those hydraulic suspension goes out, you're paying the same price for that hydraulic suspension that you did when the car came out in 2010. And I think all four corners, if you were to do that at once, would be roughly 10 grand. This just has basic springs and struts, and these are going to get swapped out for aftermarket anyway. So
yeah.
C-Class with the big engine is just a real kind of like bang for the buck, really. So when something does break on it, it is a C-Class. It's not going to be that bad.
Right. I mean, you said some of the stuff you get taken care of in here anyway, but I mean, overall though, you've had a few weeks. Have you had any issues at all?
Not at all.
Okay.
Other than, well, one of the reasons why the dealer brought the price down is the infotainment center is inoperable for whatever reason. I don't use it anyway, but I'll take it to a Mercedes dealership and get it checked out, see what needs to be done, and I'll let you know how that goes.
Yeah, definitely. And guys, this car, I mean, everything feels ultra premium. These seats, the bolstering's really good. I like that it comes out like this, really hugs you in.
It's better than my 911.
I love, these seats are super comfortable. I bet you on a log road, you know, if you're taking windy turns and whatnot, this is gonna do a really good job holding you in. If you're just driving 7 hours, it's gonna do a good job making sure you're comfortable. We got it pretty much set up. We've got it in sport mode, manual. I wanna see how the paddle shift, and we've got, I guess you said some traction off, but not everything.
Yeah.
So let's get it in drive. We're on first. Oh, 7 gears. Yeah, 7-speed shiftable. It's weird nowadays when I see like 7-speed, 8-speed, 10-speed. It's weird to me. I don't know why.
I can't stand those transmissions. It feels like you're always shifting, and then, you know, once you are cruising for just a few seconds, it'll automatically shift you into those really high gears. And then when you mash on the gas to pass a car, it's like, hang on, I gotta drop 3 gears just to get you in passing gear.
We had a slight radar detector fall. We're good. But I think a lot of those new manufacturers are doing that, I think because of regulations for gas mileage. But I don't know. In my eyes, I guess when I see something shifting all the time, it's doing more work. I don't know how it's providing better. It's beyond me, so. But no, these older cars with 6-speed and 7-speeds, that's where it's at.
It was just another reason I love cars in this generation is that they're simple.
Oh, wow. It's a good sound.
Oh, yeah.
That's a very distinct sound from the M3. It's like a whine, it's like a whine grunt. Oh my gosh.
Kind of sounds like trumpeting, like an elephant.
Yeah,
like it's kind of nasty.
Okay, not to compare this to a Mustang or anything, but you know how like Mustang's got that flappy noise when you press on it? It's like a refined flappy, it's like a tuned flappy noise.
It's a big displacement engine. It sounds muscular.
Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. Wow, second to third really sounded good. Now this is stock exhaust, right?
Yes.
Wow, I like the way it's got a really good note to it. Oh, little brubbles and downshifts.
Yeah, it came. The ECU will give you a nice little blip.
Yeah.
The best blip, obviously, is when you go from third to second.
Yeah, that sounds really good. So I mean, you know, this is a 2010. You can definitely tell the single clutch is a little bit, you know, behind, but it still shifts very quickly. and it sounds really good. It's really good throughout the corners and turns. This is rear-wheel drive, so I mean, wow. That sounds so good.
Now, when you go traction control all the way off, that's when this thing turns into an axe murderer.
So that's a stock tune with the ECU and everything?
Yeah. Mercedes,
really?
Just from the factory, AMG just made this masterpiece of an engine in tune.
Absolutely love the blimps. Love the blimps, love the downshifts. I need that. I need that in the M3.
Yeah.
Sounds so good.
Straight pipe it.
We're working on it. Gosh, the power is so, without, you know, it doesn't have turbos or any of that stuff. Naturally aspirated, 6.2 liters of displacement. That power is so linear, it just comes on and it just keeps you there. You don't have to wait for it at all.
There's definitely a good balance of how that power is applied. Like, you're not, unless you're doing low speeds in second or first gear, I mean, this thing's gonna go all over the place on you. But if you already got some substantial speed and you got some heat in the tires, when you get on it, it's just that you get that instant rush of torque and then you're just going, and it's very smooth, very linear.
Wow. I know these things sounded insane. That's not what I was expecting. It's so comfortable behind the wheel. It sounds amazing. It almost sounds tuned because you don't expect a stock, you know, engine to sound like that. It's so good. So now, you know, when you're shifting up and down, if I just press the brake, will it shift down for me? Or will I have to actually shift it down?
Manual mode, I think if you just start running down the speedometer, it'll automatically start downshifting for you.
Just
it does it from second to first, no matter what.
Got it.
It was one of the hardest things to get used to. It's my first paddle shifting car. And I'm definitely used to a manual, and it's slower. I feel like I could shift my 911 faster than this thing. Single
clutches do lack a little bit, you know, in that spec, but no, I mean, it sounds really fun. I'm a very big, maybe I'm weird, but when I drive, especially when I drive spiritedly, I turn the radio off, I turn everything off. I just want to hear the exhaust note, right? And I could listen to this all day.
Oh yeah. Like, I got over the fact that it has a Harman Kardon.
Harman Kardon, yeah.
Like, that's cool and everything, but, you know, I want windows down. I want to hear this monster.
It sounds really good. It drives well. Steering's tight. Steering's well. Keep in mind, this is a 2010 with 80,000 miles. This is not a garage queen. Somebody really enjoyed this car, which is makes it
the miles on it.
Way more enjoyable that way, honestly.
And yeah, the body is stayed tight. It is a 4-door car, and it's kind of heavy, about 4,500 pounds. There is a little bit of expected body roll in a corner, but I like to compare all my cars to my first car that I got that was performance oriented, an Evo 10, and this thing has less body roll than that. And that Evo 10 was from the same era too. She'll put you in the back of the seat.
It's just like, I mean, it's like so quick, the analog display like kind of like catches up to it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you really got to pay attention to tack in this car, especially in the lower gears, because she revs pretty easily.
Yeah. Wow, this is insane.
It will tell you to upshift too. I noticed that.
I did see that.
Isn't that a cool little feature?
It's very cool. I love the little notes, brubbles, blimps. You know, nowadays, that's what you're getting in turbo cars. The naturally aspirated car, obviously naturally aspirated's going away, and even if you are, like the M3 doesn't do any of those things without tune. Gosh.
It's fun. And with the blimps you do during downshifting, it does kind of make up for being a slow shifting car, because you look forward to it.
Yes. I mean, we were up in the speeds, and we were almost breaking traction. I was in third gear, third to fourth, was trying to break traction. Wow, what a fun for a daily driver. I guess if you get past the fact that it gets 10 miles a gallon, wow, that's a lot of fun.
I think if this had a manual transmission, it would be very like M3-ish. Like, it would be like the ultimate perfect daily driver.
I always wondered why they didn't at least include it, as an option.
I don't think Mercedes has made a manual transmission since the 90s.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. So you can't get the coupe or any of those things in like a manual at all?
No, they're all the same transmission.
That's crazy.
I don't know, I'm sure someone out there in the comments will nail me on this, but I have heard of people putting M5 transmissions.
The V10 M5? Or the...
I'm not sure on what generation it came from, but putting an M5 manual 6-speed in Mercedes products before.
Wow,
making them run really well.
Okay, yeah. No, I mean, power-wise, this thing, okay, so like 450 horse is a good number to have for a daily driver. You don't really, like, I don't want to be scared to death every time I drive, but I want to enjoy my drive. Mm-hmm. And this is really that, it's so quick. Like, it is so quick. But sorry, I get distracted easy.
No, you're fine.
But no, I mean, it's such a good, like, it's the perfect balance between a daily driver, a family car with back seats and everything, and still having fun. You're not losing the fun, you know?
Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, another big selling point for this car, and you wouldn't really expect it, are the brakes.
Is it carbon ceramic?
No, they're just steels, but just give it a good hard stop. 4,500 pound car. They're very grabby.
Wow.
Very firm.
Wow. Very good.
Yeah.
Alrighty, guys. Hopefully we got all the footage we needed. I think the GoPro overheated a little bit through. I think we got most of what we want. But no, I mean, as like my first drive impressions review conclusion here. Wow. The exhaust note sounds amazing. It moves so quick that the analog display is catching up to it. It can comfortably seat 4 people and even 5 people if you need to. For a 2010, the numbers this thing has is still very, very good. Like, for us being in 2019, almost 2020, 0-60 in under 4 seconds, 450 horse, 440 some torque. That's, I mean, even new cars now, like, what's the new C63, like, all these cars, obviously they make more power, but you've got turbos and you've got all those things. You don't have 6.2 liters of displacement, naturally aspirated, you know. I'm impressed. This was a very, very good experience. It handled turns well. If you wanted it to give out, it'd give out. If you wanted to just drive it, it'd drive it. Now, the whole 12 city or 10 city, that kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty bad. The M3, I get about 17 city, like 22 highway. So, spiritedly, I get about 15, but still, I mean, it's livable. But damn, 10 city, that's gotta hurt.
She is thirsty.
That's gotta hurt.
Yeah.
And for having 80,000 miles, it drives really well. I felt really no problems.
It's very tight, very composed. The brakes are phenomenal on this car. And yeah, just that raw power of that big displacement engine. Get a ton of torque, and it's quick. I'm very impressed. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe, like this, share this. I would say now is a great time to pick up one of these for the money, for the value. You're gonna have maintenance, but that's with any used car. This is a lot of fun. If you got people you need to take around, or you need a family car, this would do very well. So I hope you can still act like a hooligan in a family car.
Yeah, and I hope you guys enjoyed having Phil on the channel. I know you guys have always been asking for us to keep up and make more content. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next video.